this reading relax your mind and awaken your heart. I hid the roll of notes and the necklace under my mattress. Why did he come when I was out? Miss Nandi wailed when I mentioned Hari's brief visit. He couldn't have known you'd be out, I reasoned. He knows, she said with actual tears glistening on her cheeks. Why couldn't he wait for me? Did he not wish to see me? He seemed in a hurry. Maybe he had a plane to catch. He's quite busy, saving the world. Maybe I did something and he is angry with me, she moaned and took her to bed. When she did not emerge the following morning at her usual time, I thought I would mollify her by asking her to teach me something. I took her tea tray into her bedroom, Sanctus Sanctorum, and switched on her bedside lamp with its embroidered shade and beaded tassels. She was a still figure under a satin patchwork quilt, high on the four-poster, as if lying in state. She had a ruffled gingham, I haven't heard of this, a gingham nightcap, and from what I could see, a matching nightdress with ruffled sleeves and neckline. Queen Victoria herself, or perhaps Mrs. Bumble, the Beadle's wife in Oliver Twist. She stirred. Ganesha? She asked. School, I said, referring to the kindergarten across the street. I need your advice, I said. Drink your tea first. She raised herself up, pulled the quilt to her neck and reached for the tea. What is it? She asked. I lowered myself to the floor and sat cross-legged. She peered over the edge. Please teach me how to meditate. She drank the tea, set the cup down and lay back, probably saw through my ploy. She was not going to get up. In any case, it was time for me to open up the shop, and I hadn't dusted the shelves yet. Get up and sit on the bed, she said. I have to be able to see you. She shifted a little, and I clambered up and sat cross-legged and straight-backed at her feet. She threw a small satin cushion at me. Be comfortable. Stretch out your legs. Support your back. She removed her frilly nightcap and tucked it under a pillow. Did she have the nightcap tailored? And the matching nightdress? My mind flits about, I said, as I placed the cushion against my lower back and stretched out. I try to focus, but too much has happened. I'm all over the place. Should I meditate? Can you teach me? Concentration must be there before tackling meditation, she said. This is a very good point that Miss Nandi is pointing out. Before dhyana, there's dharana. Dhyana means meditation in Sanskrit, and dharana means concentration. That in Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, before you tackle Dhyana Yoga, the yoga of meditation, you should try to tackle Dharana Yoga, the yoga of concentration. How do I begin? I asked. Ekagraha, one-pointedness, she said. You can use an object, a flower, a candle flame. I need something portable that I can take with me to the market or while I'm working. Then take a mantra, she said. Om, I suggested. Too short. Mind needs something solid to latch onto, otherwise mind will slip away. Minimum is Om plus 5 syllables. Try Om Namah Shivaya. And bonus for you, no aspirated letters, easy to pronounce. Chant there is a story. A hunter is stalking a deer when he realizes that he is himself being stalked by a tiger. Just like you, Sandy. Right? You're a big tiger. Let me zoom out. Yeah, and I'm your prey. You got me trapped. Frightened, the hunter runs up a tree, but the tiger lies low in the tall grass and watches and waits. The hunter, in fear of his life, stays up in the tree all night and in frustration plucks at the leaves of the tree. Neither hunter nor tiger are aware that an ancient stone linga lay at the base of the tree, covered with dried leaves, mud, and debris. Both are also unaware that the tree itself is a bilva tree with trifoliate leaves cherished by the three-eyed Lord, Shiva. Through the long cold night, the hunter himself keeps awake by plucking the bilva leaves that float down on top of the stone linga. The tiger remains vigilant, its steady gaze focused on the leaves as they fall. As morning dawns, both the hunter and the tiger are hungry and exhausted, but neither will move. Suddenly, Lord Shiva appears. He is pleased with their inadvertent worship of the linga and grants the two moksha right there and then. I protested at this deus ex machina. You once said that meditation cannot bring about moksha, but here Lord Shiva conveniently shows up. That is the storyteller, Miss Nandi says. If he puts Lord Shiva in the picture, he knows people will come running. But that is not the point of the story. What is being shown is ekagraha, one-pointedness, concentration, all thought focused on one point. The mantra will clear the mind, disinfect the mind. Only after that can meditation begin. Now go, do your work. Remember, ekagraha, Om Namah Shivaya, continuously. I practiced ekagraha morning, noon, and night, a simple and effective practice that kept me from inevitable ruminations into the past. In a few weeks, Miss Nandi deemed me ready to tackle meditation. This meditation, she said, is given in the first section of the Taittiriya Upanishad. It uses grammar, specifically the dvandva compound that joins words separated by a conjunction, so common in Sanskrit. We have studied many. Now sit back, relax, and be comfortable. Breathe in and out 10 times. I did. Now, create an image of your mother. My mother, pale, blonde, quiet, sensitive. Now of your father, gruff, kind, decent. Focus on their joining, their conjunction, their copulation. You, the result of their copulation. What? Their copulation, I laughed. Why not? You are their progeny, is that not so? Why should their procreation be a source of merriment? I'm incapable of thinking of my parents copulating, let alone meditate on it. She took a deep breath, then exhaled. All right. We will try something easier. Visualize the earth and the heavens and the space in between. Focus your mind on space. I closed my eyes, and an image of my mother appeared, and then my father. And there I was between them, nurtured, nourished, cared for, beautiful, vain, thoughtless. I reviewed my life, beginning with my earliest memories. Rainbows, princesses, ponies, fairy tales, starry Christmas nights, cookies for Santa. The second decade, Miss Popularity, flag bearer of the in crowd, prom queen, smart and beautiful. The third decade, Yale, literature, Rory. The fourth decade, disease, death, suffering, survival, work, without agency, without expectations. I project into the future. There is no future. Thus we end this chapter, which is, what, the 16th chapter? If I remember correctly, that's right. But not quite our reading, as here is the layer of the story that takes place at the level of the divine. Hari, Lord Vishnu, and his consort Padma, goddess Mahalakshmi, were breakfasting in the conservatory of their villa in one of the fashionable suburbs of Delhi. Hari opened up the morning paper to take in the headlines. Padma, after instructing the maid to bring in fresh coffee, picked up the hefty Gerhardt Industries annual report and scanned the financials. "We're in the wrong business," she said. "They're making a gross margin of 40%. You must give them credit for excellent strategic thinking." "If all you want is money," her husband opined sagely, "life gets very simple." He put the paper down. "Ganesha has come," he said. His wife looked up and smiled. Birds flew to the sky shrieking. Oceans stirred. 1,000 suns, 1,000 moons, 1,000 stars. A universe sparkled into life somewhere. "How is he?" she asked. "Chubby, happy, knows all." "And she? Does she know him?" "No." "We can begin," she said. That concludes our reading of Moksha Liberation. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you as well, dear Sandy. You made a cameo as a tiger. I look forward to concluding this book with you soon. Namaste.